Terrence Mitchell pulled into the Quick Stop gas station on Jefferson Street in Lafayette around 8:45 p.m. on October 12, 2022. Mitchell, 48 years old and a sitting judge in the 15th Judicial District Court, had just finished a long day handling cases in nearby parishes. He stopped to refuel a sedan and purchase a bottle of water before heading home. Officers Brian Caldwell and Derek Simmons, both patrolmen with the Lafayette Police Department, responded to a radio call about a suspicious individual matching a description from a nearby convenience store robbery earlier that evening. The description broadcasted over dispatch included a black male in his 40s wearing a dark jacket, which aligned loosely with Mitchell's appearance that night. Caldwell approached Mitchell first as he exited the store. He asked for identification and questioned Mitchell about his activities. Mitchell provided his driver's license and explained his purpose at the station. Simmons joined the interaction and insisted on a pat-down search, citing the recent robbery. Mitchell complied initially, but questioned the basis of the stop when the officers escalated by placing him in handcuffs. Caldwell later reported in his incident log that Mitchell's demeanor seemed evasive, though body camera footage reviewed subsequently showed Mitchell remaining composed and cooperative. The officers transported Mitchell to the precinct for further questioning. There, they processed him under suspicion of matching the robbery suspect. Mitchell informed them of his judicial position during the ride, but the officers dismissed the claim as an attempt to avoid detention. At the station, Mitchell underwent standard booking procedures, including fingerprinting and a mugshot. He spent approximately 2 hours in a holding cell before a supervisor reviewed the case and released him without charges, recognizing the mismatch with the actual suspect description provided by witnesses. The following morning, on October 13, 2022, Caldwell and Simmons appeared at a scheduled internal affairs hearing at the Lafayette Parish Courthouse. The hearing stemmed from prior complaints against the officers for excessive force and improper stops in unrelated incidents. Judge Terrence Mitchell presided over the session as part of his regular docket rotation. Upon entering the courtroom, the officers recognized Mitchell from the previous night's arrest. Mitchell confirmed his identity on the record and proceeded with the hearing without recusing himself initially, as no formal conflict had been declared. During the proceedings, internal affairs investigators presented evidence of the officers' patterns of conduct. Caldwell had 3 prior reprimands for similar stops, while Simmons faced 2 suspensions for use of force. Mitchell questioned both officers directly about their protocols for suspect identification and detention. Caldwell explained the gas station stop as routine procedure, but Mitchell referenced the body camera footage, which had been subpoenaed overnight. The footage demonstrated inconsistencies in the officers' justification for the arrest. Mitchell ruled that the officers' actions in multiple cases, including the gas station incident, warranted further disciplinary measures. He recommended suspension without pay for 30 days and mandatory retraining on civil rights and bias recognition. The Lafayette Police Department adopted the recommendations, leading to the officers' temporary removal from duty. News of the incident spread through local media outlets following a tip from a courthouse employee. The Lafayette Daily Advertiser published an article on October 15, 2022, detailing the events based on public records. Mitchell declined interviews at the time, but issued a statement to the court emphasizing the importance of accountability in law enforcement. Community leaders, including representatives from the local NAACP chapter, praised the outcome as a step toward addressing racial profiling in the area. Mitchell's background provided context for his handling of the case. Born in 1974 in New Orleans, he grew up in a working-class family where his father worked as a mechanic and his mother as a schoolteacher. Mitchell attended Louisiana State University on a partial scholarship, earning a bachelor's degree in political science in 1996. He then pursued law at Tulane University, graduating in 1999. His early career involved working as a public defender in Lafayette, where he handled numerous cases involving minority defendants. In 2005, he transitioned to the district attorney's office, prosecuting cases while advocating for reform. Mitchell won election to the bench in 2014, becoming one of the few black judges in the 15th Judicial District. His rulings often focus on equitable treatment, and he participated in judicial training programs on implicit bias. Prior to the gas station incident, Mitchell had presided over several high-profile cases, including a 2020 corruption trial involving local officials. Caldwell, 35, joined the Lafayette PD in 2012 after serving in the military. His record included commendations for community policing, but also complaints from residents about aggressive tactics. Simmons, 40, had been with the department since 2008 and faced similar issues, with one settled lawsuit for wrongful detention in 2019. The gas station arrest prompted an internal review by the department. Chief Thomas Glover ordered a full audit of stop-and-frisk practices, resulting in policy updates by December 2022. Officers received additional training on suspect descriptions and de-escalation techniques. Mitchell continued his judicial duties without interruption. In November 2022, he spoke at a conference for the Louisiana District Judges Association, referencing the incident anonymously to illustrate challenges in the justice system. Attendees noted his emphasis on personal experiences informing professional conduct. Community response included protests outside the police department on October 20th, 2022, demanding broader reforms. Organizers cited Mitchell's case as evidence of systemic issues. The department responded by hosting town hall meetings, where Glover acknowledged the need for change. Legal experts analyzed the hearing's validity. A review by the Louisiana Judiciary Commission found no ethical violations in Mitchell's presiding, as the officer's hearing was unrelated to his arrest, and he disclosed a connection on record. The commission issued an advisory opinion in January 2023, recommending recusal in future similar situations. Mitchell's family supported him throughout. His wife, Angela, a nurse practitioner, and their 2 children remained private but attended court events. Angela later shared in a local interview that the family focused on resilience. By 2023, Caldwell and Simmons returned to duty after completing suspensions. Both officers underwent counseling and were assigned to desk roles initially. Caldwell transferred to a different precinct in June 2023, while Simmons retired in 2024. The incident influenced state-level discussions. Louisiana legislators referenced it during debates on body camera legislation in the 2023 session. A bill requiring mandatory footage review in disputed arrests passed in May 2023, with Mitchell testifying in support. Mitchell received recognition from civil rights organizations. In April 2023, the Southern Poverty Law Center awarded him for contributions to justice equity. He accepted the honor at a gala in Baton Rouge, speaking on the role of judges and accountability. Court records from the hearing detailed the evidence presented. Investigators submitted reports showing 25 complaints against the officers over 5 years, with patterns in minority neighborhoods. Mitchell's ruling cited specific violations of departmental policy. The gas station owner, Raj Patel, provided security footage that corroborated Mitchell's account. Patel stated in a deposition that the officers appeared overly aggressive without provocation. Mitchell's judicial career advanced. In 2024, he was appointed to a special committee on police reform by Governor Jeff Landry. The committee issued recommendations in July 2024, including enhanced training mandates. Personal impacts on Mitchell included increased security measures. The court provided additional protection following threats from anonymous sources online. The officer's appeals of suspension were denied in February 2023 by an administrative board. They accepted the decision without further litigation. Media coverage extended nationally. CNN featured a segment in November 2022 interviewing experts on racial dynamics in policing. Mitchell appeared briefly, stressing systemic improvements over individual blame. Community programs emerged. Lafayette launched a citizen review board in 2023, with Mitchell consulting on its structure. The board handled over 50 complaints in its first year. Mitchell authored an article for the Louisiana Bar Journal in 2023, discussing the intersection of personal experience and judicial impartiality. The piece received positive feedback from peers. Family life for Mitchell remained stable. He coached his son's basketball team, using the incident as a teaching moment on respect and authority. The gas station incident became a case study in law enforcement training. The National Police Association included it in modules distributed in 2024. Mitchell's rulings post-incident maintained consistency. He handled over 200 cases in 2023, with appeals rates below average. Chief Glover retired in 2025, citing the need for new leadership. His successor implemented further reforms based on the audit. Mitchell continued serving on the bench as of September 2025. He participated in mentorship programs for young lawyers from underrepresented backgrounds. The events of October 12th and 13th, 2022, highlighted ongoing challenges in policing and justice. They prompted changes that affected policies, training, and community relations in Lafayette and beyond. To provide more depth, Mitchell's early life involved overcoming obstacles. He faced discrimination in school, but excelled academically. His law school thesis focused on constitutional rights and arrests. During the gas station stop, Mitchell carried his judicial ID, but chose not to present it immediately to assess the officer's conduct. Body camera audio captured Caldwell saying, "We have to check everyone matching the description." Mitchell responded, "I understand, but let's follow procedure." At the precinct, the supervisor who released him was Captain Elena Ruiz, who recognized Mitchell from prior court appearances. The hearing on October 13th lasted 90 minutes. Witnesses included other complainants against the officers. Mitchell's recommendation for suspension was based on cumulative evidence, not solely his arrest. The Daily Advertiser article quoted anonymous sources from the department, confirming the irony of the situation. NAACP President Lena Washington stated, "This case shows why we need oversight." The protest involved about 100 participants, peaceful and organized. Town halls drew 200 attendees each, leading the dialogue on trust building. The Judiciary Commission's opinion clarified recusal guidelines for personal involvements. Angela Mitchell's interview appeared in a local magazine, focusing on family strength. Caldwell's transfer was to a rural area, where he adapted to lower-intensity duties. Simmons' retirement included a pension, but he faced private lawsuits from past victims. The body camera bill, Act 147, required reviews within 48 hours of complaints. Mitchell's testimony before the legislature lasted 30 minutes, answering questions on practical implementation. The SPLC award ceremony included speeches from other honorees on civil rights. The Bar Journal article was 5,000 words, citing legal precedents. The Citizen Review Board's first report in 2024 noted improvements in complaint resolutions. Mitchell's mentorship program paired him with 10 protégés annually. As of 2025, Mitchell presided over a landmark case on voting rights, drawing national attention. Glover's retirement speech acknowledged the incident as a learning opportunity. The successor, Chief Maria Lopez, prioritized diversity hiring. These developments underscore the lasting effects of the gas station arrest and subsequent hearing.